Well, hello again, it's Trudy here from HotPatterns, this time coming to you from my very comfy armchair in my office, because this isn't a tutorial and it isn't an introduction to a new pattern. Instead, we thought we'd do a very kind of small but useful video for you on how to use our download patterns. And we're doing this because we are selling more and more of our patterns in a downloadable format. So it's really useful for you to know how to go about, printing them off and taping them up and how to use them. I promise it's not going to take too long. I promise it'll be easy. And I promise you'll find it quite useful too, especially if you want to use one of our download patterns. Now we often call these download or e-patterns or print at home. It's the same thing, it's all the same thing. It's basically you're buying a pattern that you then print off your home computer, or your home printer I should say, and you tape it together and just use it like a normal pattern. It's got all the bits in it, all the illustrations, all the instructions, everything. It just comes as a download. So let's have a look at what we're doing. Okay, thought it'd be useful for you to actually have a look at what a download pattern looks like when you open it up in your PDF reader. It will always start with the front image. That's the front image on the pattern and it's on the envelope. If you want to, you could always print that out and tape it or paste it to an envelope that you're going to store the pattern in. Why the heck not? The next page is always the back of the envelope that has the fabric and notions that you need, all the measurement charts, all the information you need on there. And then you will scroll down and the next thing you'll find are the instructions. And they're kind of, self-explanatory. They're the instructions. And if you're very, very lucky and we've managed to kind of work some magic, we will also manage to fit on the instructions your key. And your key will tell you that each page is numbered. You see page one there, page one there. Each page is numbered on our downloads, and this key will help you to put them together. So have a look for your key. It's usually towards the top or the first few pages of your PDF, but not always. Sometimes we have to just sneak it in where we can. So you want to have a look for that first. And the second thing you look for as you scroll merrily down is you want to look for your scale square. And your scale square is really a very simple little square. Oh, there it is. And it will give you the proper scale. Make sure you're printing off at the proper scale. This one is 2 inches or 5 centimeters in square. And what you want to do with this one is that the first page you print off. So when you go to print, you go up here to print, and it would ask you what pages, and you look down here and you go, oh no, just want page 14, thank you very much. So you would say maybe current page, yep, there it is, and you'd hit OK and you'd print it. That's what you need. So when that prints off, or rather this prints off, you will measure it off with your trusty ruler or tape measure. Make sure it's printing off okay. Now the key with this one, let's put it to print again so I can just show you. And what page was it? Oh yes, current page, there we go. Where it says page scaling here, none. None is the answer. That's what you want. I'm assuming here you've ordered a letter size. You see your printer should pop up and tell you 8.5 by 11, that's letter size. If for some reason you are opening an A4 and you really should be using letter, your printer will tell you, it'll kind of look really weird and it'll point out that the document is not the same size as the paper. Look for this here. This is key and this will tell you what you need to know. So no page scaling, we're not going to expand it, we're not going to shrink it, we're just going to do no page scaling at all. And then you're good. So you print this page first. This one on this particular pattern is page 14. You'll find your page down here. Those are the pages you want to look for. Or you can just click current view. Print that, measure it off. Once you're good to go, you really are good to go. So just to make it a little bit more kind of visually obvious for you, I've done a little diagram here of the two sizes. This is your letter size. Letter size is slightly wider than A4 but shorter. So it's 8.5 inches across here and it's 11 inches down. On the A4 sheet, that's actually done in millimeters, 297 millimeters down by 210 millimeters across. You don't really express it as an imperial measurement because it's not, it's millimeters. So if you are in North America, that means Canada, United States, Mexico, the likelihood is you'll be using letter size paper. If you are almost anywhere else in the world, the likelihood is you'll be using A4 size paper. Your printer should tell you what it wants to use. And don't worry if you've ordered the incorrect size. If you need letter and you've ordered A4 or vice versa, just drop us an email. We're more than happy to send you the correct one. So once you've printed off your scale square and you've worked out that it's okay because you haven't shrunk your pages, you haven't expanded your pages, it's time to print. Print out all your pages, unless of course you've already printed it and you just need, I don't know, a facing or a collar or a sleeve or whatever. You can of course have a look at your key here and decide, I might just need that facing, in which case I just need page 24 and 25. Or that ruffle, sorry, it's a ruffle. Yeah, you can do that with downloads. You can just print off the bits you need. This is either, I'm going to say it's a neckband, but it could be a sleeve band. You just need those 2 pages. Really, really super useful in that respect. So you print off either all of them, or if you just need a few, just a few, and then you will be taping them together. It's the easiest thing in the world. So I prepared a while ago a kind of diagram, and we put it on our Facebook sewing group page, but I thought I'd show you it here and I'd just walk you through it, because obviously a picture is worth 1,000 words. So let's have a look. Oh, there's my little security thing there. Okay, so I'm going to move in a little bit closer here, if I may, just so you can see it really up tight. Okay, this is a screenshot. This one here that I'm outlining with my trusty cursor. This is a screenshot of the PDF file. This is how it looks when we prepare a PDF file. You can see that all the lines, all the cut lines, go right to the edge here of this page. There's no problem. You can see all the lines there. However, sometimes some printers don't see all the lines. Let's pull it in a little bit tighter again. You can see on here where we've printed off, look at that one there. See that one? Where it goes all the way to the edge there. And there is the same piece, but this is it printed on a printer that doesn't see all the lines. So you're missing just a tiny piece on the edge of each page. There's absolutely nothing to be done about it. Some printers do it, some printers don't. All you need to remember is that as long as you bump your sheets up against each other, don't overlap them, you'll be fine. I'm going to take it in one more time. Very high tech of me. I'm not sure if you can see here, I've taped it together on the outside, on the kind of right side where all the details are, because then I can actually see where I'm kind of putting each sheet. So that's how you do it. Bump the sheets up against each other, tape them on the top, you are good to go.
Now I do know that some people don't actually like downloads. They don't like them because there's the printing and the taping thing, but I have to tell you that an awful lot of people do like them. And why? Well, if you've been sewing for more than like 5 minutes, you will probably recognise this. It's the late at night inspiration. You know, you suddenly see something, or you think of something, or you just suddenly, I want to make that. And sewers are not known for our patience, we're not, are we? So it's a really good thing to be able to just go online, find your pattern that you want, add to cart, download it and print it out. By the time you've sorted out your fabric from your stash and you've got it all ready, you're good to go. So it has real plus points for that. Also, you save a bundle on shipping. I mean, you really do. So it's kind of instantaneous, save a bundle on shipping. It's a lot more kind of green, a lot greener, because you're not using, you're not contributing to the carbon footprint with having things shipped. All in all, it's a good thing. Having said that, if you don't like downloads, don't use them. But honestly, if you haven't tried them before, give them a try. They're really, really, really good. And I think once you've tried them, you'll realise that they are the business.